Hi, I'm Daniel Boy for the front row. Now, it almost seems cliched that a model and a musician might get together to start fashion brands of their own. But as our video of the last show has just shown, not only have our two guests done it, they have done it incredibly well. Let me introduce them to you. Sasha is a model and the brainchild
Hi.
behind the brand ITT Swim. Hi, Sasha.
Hi, Daniel. I'm so honored to be here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us here at the front row. Our next guest
Thank you.
is no stranger to the Singapore music scene. Her name is Joey Tan. We know her for her music, but we also know her as the creator of Layla Luna, an amazing sunglass and eyewear brand. Hello, Joey.
Oh, thank you. Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you for joining us here at the front row. What an amazing show. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's jump straight into the fray, okay? I'm sure you must have been asked this question many, many times, but why fashion? Why accessories? Let's start with Sasha.
Well, being a model since I was 15, I always knew that eventually my modeling career will end, but I wanted to stay in fashion one way or another. And it just happened that one day I was looking for, and I just couldn't find that perfect swimwear that would be bold, minimalistic, and won't leave those ugly, fat tan lines. And that's when my lifelong experience in modeling came in handy, and all the gathered knowledge, and ideas helped me to design bikinis. Yeah, that's how it started.
Fantastic. Joey, what about you?
Well, similarly, well, I'm not a model, but I am a shopper. I'm a Olympic shopper, if you will. If there was an Olympic sport, I would ace that. So I love shopping, and I believe I've talked to Daniel about this before. When I started out, doing music, I knew that eventually I would need something else. But also, I was introduced to shelters in Singapore, and I realized that there were so many shelters that existed, and I myself, as an animal lover, didn't know of their existence. And I was like, how do we get this out there? Singaporeans love to shop. People being and knowing that their purchase has done something good. So I wanted to come up with something that would do both, help me get some side income as well as, spread awareness about shelters. So then Layla Luna was born. And I chose accessories because they are unisex, they are good for all sorts of weather and countries. It's not just, only in the winter you can wear this or only in the summer you can. So I wanted something that was also light for me to, buy and have in bulk and travel with if I need to move countries or anything. So I went with this. Yeah.
Well, it's an amazing thing that you're doing. And I remember when you were shooting the very first campaign, I think my dog was one of your campaign models. And when
Yes.
explained, right, Leia was one of your campaign models. And when you
Mm-hmm.
explained to me the rationale behind giving to the shelters, I think it's really generous of you and that you're opening your heart to it. In fact, I'm wearing something that combines both your labels. I stole my dog's bandana. I'm wearing my dog's bandana, and my dog's bandana is from a label called Bali Paws. It's from Bali.
Nice.
And now, Sasha, your campaign was shot in Bali, and you've got very close ties to Bali as well. Tell us how significant Bali is to ITT Swim.
So, I was doing a lot of research in sustainability when I started out. And, I was like traveling to so many beach destinations, especially like Bali, and seeing so much pollution there, especially like plastic. I felt like it was something wrong, and I just wanted to make ITT Swim sustainable. And, so we just wanted, as being a small brand, I just made it a must to make ITT Swim, sustainable. And I just think that it's important from the production processes, right, all the way to the packaging, to make ITT Swim sustainable. So I found the factories in Bali. It's actually what I was really looking to, and it just makes another opportunity for me to travel there. They literally
Fantastic.
could
Okay,
provide what I was really looking for.
right. Okay, you were telling me about the process of creating the fabric for your swimwear, and that's a totally sustainable
Yeah.
method. Can you
Yeah.
explain that to us?
So we use the Econyl fabric. They are made from regenerated nylon yarn. It's used in every swimwear pieces we have. So the regenerated nylon yarn is created using ocean waste and post-industrial plastic that would otherwise end up in landfills. And I think it's also important. Yeah, that's how we use it.
Fantastic. All right, now both of you do not have brick and mortar stores, but you have an incredible following because of the online support that you've built up and the online hype that you've built up. Uh, was that something that you decided upon from the very start? For example, Joey, you're a musician, you've got a huge following, and when you launched the collection online, it had a massive reaction. Did you plan that from the start?
I mean, I wish I could say that I planned the big reaction, but definitely not. I'm super, super thankful to have a lot of people who support me as a person, but also the brand and the cause. I think it's great that there's so many people who are willing to help and want to spread the word as well. So I knew definitely that I wanted to go online. This is a huge leap. I think starting a business is no easy feat, especially when you want to start it right and do it right and do it the best that you can. Brick and mortar would have definitely been way harder, and rent is another
Yeah.
thing altogether. Online, of course, you have online rent where you pay for the host, but I think that is a lot more manageable. And I wanted to, try that out. We do booths once in a while, and that is what, as far as having a physical store goes for us. But hopefully in the future, I don't know.
Well, what about you, Sasha?
Well, I think for me, the cost was the main reason to go online. Um, with the shopping platforms like Shopify and Wix, it was so much easier to set up everything. And I can control and update my content frequently from anywhere in the world, but now only from home, of course. And I can provide more information about my product too. I can show it from every angle. And it's so much easier for customers now to buy products online from one click from Instagram and Facebook directly.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The two of you may have been accidental online entrepreneurs, but I think it's a great thing now, especially with the lockdowns that have been happening. And I really do think this is the future, and it's something. It's entrepreneurs like that the front row is celebrating. So well done for having that foresight. Take
Thank you
credit
so
for
much.
it. Yeah. All right. If I didn't know your brands and you had to explain it, how would you explain it and how would you describe your present collection that we have just seen? Let's start with the swimwear.
Well, I found my inspiration actually in all the vintage editorials, and thanks to Pinterest, of course, and all the visual boards there. You can find a collection all the way from 90s and 80s, from Versace to Chanel. And if you love that era, you will understand what I mean. And it's actually something that I love. I offer to others. It's all about the fabric. We focus a lot on that, of course, because it's sustainable. Of course, it's fit and style, and it's something minimalistic yet chic. It's something that can be worn by itself, and it's something that can be paired with your favorite bottom, like jeans, trousers, or skirts. All the boundaries right now are broken down, and there's literally no limit how you can wear your swimwear. And we offer a wide range of colors. It's bold colors specifically chosen to flatter every skin tone. And in additional to that, we have classic colors like black and white, and we're just going to reintroduce them from collection to collection, because I believe it's just a must-have for every girl to have in their swimwear collection. The lines featured timeless body-hugging silhouettes from the buttery soft fabrics. We offer complementary cuts, that will complement and flatter female forms. The adjustable straps and ties featured almost in every suit that we have, so it makes it customizable to every body type. So there's no digging, no cutting in. We have some classic styles, of course, but it's also a lot more options for everybody.
Fantastic. I love the fact that you've got swimwear for every body shape because
Yeah.
I know that some of my friends have a lot of difficulty finding swimwear because they're not built like models. Joey, what about you? Tell us about your brand. If I didn't know about Layla Luna, how would you describe it and how would you describe the collection that we've just seen?
Based on the collection you just seen, and if someone didn't know Leia Luna, I would best describe it as glasses for a cause. Right before circuit breaker, we were solely just eyewear. We have shades and glasses. I'm wearing a pair now on my head, and I think every single pair that you make makes a difference. And on the website, if people are interested, we break down the cost and the expenditure of every shelter that we work with, so they know exactly how many glasses that we need to sell in order to feed like a horse for a month or a dog for a month. It put things into perspective. I feel like we look at things very big picture sometimes, and we don't realize how much of a difference we can actually make. Just by finding out about something, that's already the first step, right? So I think, or at least I hope that we can be the first step into this world of animal shelters and trying to give back whenever we can.
Well, I think both of you have really opened your hearts. You've got huge hearts. I know, Sasha, that you're a dog lover as well, and you've been involved in some of my doggy fashion shows. And Joey, I really was very intrigued by your very first campaign because not only did you have Leah, who's a rescue dog, you had a rescue cat, you had a rescue bunny, and you had a rescue duck that I think was rescued by Sandra Riley Tan
Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra's from Sam Willows. So I really think that the two of you are doing amazing things. You're not only just opening your heart, but you're using your clout as a model and as a musician to get the community together to give back as well. So well done. Thank you very much. I think a
Thanks.
lot of people need to look up to you as role models.
Thank you.
And thank you for starting the brand. Right. If you want to check out the entire ITT or Layla Luna collections, there are direct links on the front row to their web stores right here. So do click on to see the wide array, and do know that you are doing good and you're helping the animal shelters. You're helping someone else when you're making a purchase. So don't forget the links once again for ITT Swim and Layla Luna right here at the front row. Do follow us too on our socials if you have not yet been following us on Instagram or Facebook. Our Instagram handle is thefrontrow.style. And if you do post the front row related photographs, do tag the front row SG so that we can spot them and like them. And do tell your friends all about the front row as well. We've got some amazing designers. We've seen amazing designers today. We've got another 6 days of wonderful designers from Singapore and the ASEAN region showing off their sustainable, eco-friendly, responsible, inclusive business models and their collections. So this is Daniel Boy. I'll see you again at the front row.